What's up, guys? Well, it's that special time of the year again. It is time for a top 10 best movies of 2021 list. This is my personal picks. So if you disagree with any of this or if you agree with any of it, that's what the comment section is for. So please give me your thoughts for the top 5, top 10 movies of 2021. I'd love to hear your guys' take. With that all out of the way, we do have 3 honorable mentions. 3 films that I think are really good. I don't have reviews for all these movies up, so just little FYI on that. I reviewed some of them I didn't, but I'll be giving you my brief thoughts as we go through the list. So the 3 honorable mentions we have are Don't Look Up, Halloween Kills, and The Suicide Squad. Some of you might be surprised. Wow, Halloween Kills is an honorable mention. I had so much fun with the movie. I saw it in the theater like 2 or 3 times. I thought it was like really good, and I enjoyed it more than the 2018 film. So, full review is up for that film on the channel now. Suicide Squad, I don't think I put a review up for, but I mean, James Gunn really did a great job, and it's visually stunning, and it's just a fun movie. And Don't Look Up. Again, I think this is Adam McKay's best film since the other guys in 2010. I thought Vice was okay. I thought Big Short was fine, but this I thought was his best film since 2010's The Other Guys. So, with all that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the top 10, my picks for the top 10 movies of 2021. Now, I do have some of them here. Not all of them have released a 4K Blu-ray yet, or Blu-ray, so I cannot showcase them, but what I have, I will be able to showcase. Starting with number 10, James Wan's Malignant. This movie I found out about like a couple weeks before it came out. It was kind of a last-minute thing, and I said, wow, did I say James Gunn before? I mean James Wan. James Wan went ahead and made this instead of directing Conjuring 3, which turned out fine. But this, it's great. I mean, I love the original take to it. I loved just the originality to it. The direction by James Wan was fantastic. It's a spin on the horror genre, and it worked very well for me. It's a shame that we didn't get it on 4K Blu-ray, but I think this is probably the best horror film of the year, for sure. So, yeah. Continuing on to number 9 is a movie that I do not have to showcase for you guys. I was able to I literally watched, I started it last night, and I finished it this morning. It's Kenneth Branagh's Belfast. This is such a sweet little film. It's such a sweet little entertaining, heartwarming movie about something that you could tell is very personal to Kenneth Branagh. And, you know, it's kind of a similar situation to a film like Roma, how that was very important to Alfonso Cuarón. But this, I would probably say, is better. I think it's a shorter film, it's a tighter film, it's a more entertaining film. More stuff of value happens, and by the end of it, it leaves you with all sorts of emotions. I thought it was really good with some great performances, particularly from Jamie Dornan. He plays the dad in the movie, and the kid is great too. I thought that the movie really surprised me, and it was a solid watch. So definitely check out Belfast. Number 8 for me is a movie that I thought this was just going to be a stupid little comedy that turned out to be something so much more, with heart and wit and all sorts of stuff. Is Ryan Reynolds in Free Guy. This movie sort of blew me away. I saw it and I said, wow, that was actually pretty damn good. So many references to other films of the Disney property. Ryan Reynolds is great in this. He's doing his Ryan Reynolds thing, but it's the script and the story around him that makes this movie so good and so funny and so rewatchable. And by the time you finish it, you say, wow, that was just such a fun movie, and I'm happy that I was able to put it on the list. I think Free Guy's probably the best comedy of the year, it looks like. So yeah, I would go ahead and I would check out Free Guy. I think it's a great movie if you haven't seen it already. The 4K quality is a little dim. It's not as vibrant as maybe you'd hoped it to be, but still a solid film. Number 7 to me is a movie that was supposed to come out last year, but it was postponed. We finally got it this year. It's A Quiet Place Part 2. This film it rivals the first one, like how good it is. What's better, in my opinion, the first or the second? I don't know. I probably would say the first one, but this movie is great. I mean, the first 10 minutes blow you away. It kind of shows the origins of the whole thing. The movie is smart. You know, after watching it a second time, I realized, oh, okay, this is actually it is smart. There is stuff that Krasinski hides within the screenplay that comes into play later on. But later on, and by the time the movie ends, you're going, "Oh, okay, so that was what this movie was about." The story of the film was to do this, and we accomplished that. So part three, we get to see everything resolved, hopefully. But regardless, I think part two is just as good as part one. So, Quiet Place Part 2 is number 7 for me. Number 6 is a movie that I'm so happy that we got. It's a movie that, you know, with its very long runtime, blew me away the whole time. It goes to show if you let a director do what he wants to do and do his vision, you're going to get something special. And that's Zack Snyder's Justice League. This movie is a movie that should have been here back in 2017, I believe, when the first Justice League movie came out. It was a really horrible thing what happened with Zack Snyder in his personal life. I'm so happy he was able to come back and do this, spit in the faces of everybody who said, you know what, you think I couldn't do it? Guess what? I did it. And it's a 4-hour epic. This is an epic masterpiece of a film, and it's one of the best superhero movies probably of all time, probably top 10 for me. It's great, and this is a perfect, you know, continuation to this trilogy, Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. So, yeah, I loved it. If you haven't seen Zack Snyder's Justice League and you think maybe you won't watch it because you've already seen the 2017 film, it's completely different, and it's 10 times better. So definitely go ahead and check this out. I highly recommend it. Number 5 for me. We're in the top 5 here, guys. Number 5 is a movie that I watched. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. I thought it would be maybe kind of cliched. I don't have it, so I can't show it to you, but it's King Richard. Will Smith is a powerhouse in this film. This is one of Will Smith's best performances I've ever seen from him. The movie is so heartwarming. It's so entertaining. It's so fun. The humor's there. There's a couple things that don't work, especially like the first 20 minutes or so. It takes a while to get its footing, but when it does, the movie flies. Tony Goldwyn is in this. He's the voice of Tarzan. That's where I know him from in the animated Disney film. So King Richard, number 5 for me. I really, really enjoyed this movie, and I can't wait to own it when it comes out. Number 4, another film I hope to own when it comes out. It's a film that I didn't know how I'd feel about it again. The trailers were great, but the director has been hit and miss with me. It's Last Night at Soho from Edgar Wright. That's right. This movie is number 4 for me. I was blown away by what he was able to do with this film. I love Shaun of the Dead. I love The World's End. I like Hot Fuzz. I think Baby Driver's fine. But this might be it's like top 3 films of his for me. I think Shaun of the Dead might be the best. The World's End I love too. And this movie I love too. So, I mean, Edgar Wright, if he keeps doing stuff like this, you know, I'd be really happy with it. I think Thomasin McKenzie is fantastic. Anya Taylor-Joy is fantastic. Everybody's great in this movie, and it's such a well-directed film. And I wish it got a lot more awards consideration of everything that's going on. It's not really getting a lot of recognition. I think it should. Number 3, we're in the top 3 films of the year. This is a movie I did not think I was going to like as much as I did. It's by far the best one of the films in this series I've seen. It's No Time to Die. This is Daniel Craig's last movie as 007, as James Bond. When I watched this, I was thinking, okay, I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. It got pushed, you know, the trailers kind of got old. But watching the movie, it's so immersive and you're so invested and you believe everything that's going on. This movie has such a heart and has such a soul. And by the end of it, you're leaved so emotionally compelled. At least I was anyway. I was totally invested into this. Ana de Armas has a small role in this as well. She's fantastic. She gets to team up with Daniel Craig again since Knives Out. So that was nice to see. Hans Zimmer's score, the song by Billie Eilish, great stuff. Visuals, all of it. Rami Malek, this movie just worked for me. And it was emotionally compelling. and I loved that about it. All right, the last two films I do not have, so I cannot show you. Number two for you might think this would be number one for me, but it's not, because I have to call a spade here. And number two for me is Spider-Man: No Way Home. What's to say that I haven't said already? It's a magnificent superhero film. It's a magnificent Spider-Man film, a great movie on its own. It's an emotional film. They put Peter Parker through the ringer in this. Tom Holland gives a terrific performance. I think he's fantastic. Willem Dafoe should be nominated for Best Supporting Actor for this movie. He is doing, like, it's insane. He's so good in this damn movie. Everybody else is fantastic. The surprises, the big times with the crowd cheers, all of it, but just seeing it for the fifth time now, fourth time. I've seen this movie like 4 or 5 times. I think I just saw it for the fifth. I saw it in IMAX a couple days ago, and that was fantastic. But just sitting there and just taking the story in and just experiencing this movie and just how Peter Parker makes choices throughout the whole damn film, and some of them pay off, some of them don't, and there's consequences. There are true consequences in this movie, and he deals with that, and I love it. I love this film. The action, the score, the directing. This is an incredible superhero movie, and yeah. But number one for me is a film that I hoped to like. I haven't seen the original film or the source material to this movie, but I hope to like it, and guess what? This movie totally blew me away. It's West Side Story, directed by Steven Spielberg. That's number one for me. This movie just... It knocked my socks off. I was sitting there, you're watching it, you're getting totally wrapped up into this world with the Jets and the Sharks. You meet Maria, you meet Tony, they come together. The fight in that salt shed or whatever the hell it is, it's just so well choreographed, so well filmed, so well directed. The music was adapted beautifully. The songs, the singing, everything about the story. And by the end of the film, you're like slapped in the face by, like, wow, this whole thing just was an experience to me. Very much how I felt about Lincoln, Steven Spielberg's Lincoln, but this as well. I mean, it slapped me in the face at the end of this film, and I totally loved this movie. So, yeah, guys, look, that's my top 10 picks for the best movies of 2021. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What are your thoughts? Leave that all down below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Look, guys, there's 4 movies that I would like to see that I haven't yet that could have been in contention for this list. Those films are Cyrano, Coda, which I might be watching tonight, I don't know, Nightmare Alley, Guillermo del Toro film, and The Tragedy of Macbeth. Now, would those films have made this list? I don't know, but I will be reviewing them. Maybe not all of them. Maybe I'll talk about them briefly, Instagram posts, whatever. So definitely subscribe for the future of the channel and upcoming reviews and the live shows. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram, mainly Instagram, where I do posts for, maybe I talk about some films that I didn't have a chance to do a review for, like Tick, Tick, Boom. I did an Instagram review for. I just typed a little thing out for that, maybe a few other things as well. But yeah, guys, that's been it for me. Thank you so much for sticking around here and sticking around the channel. It's been great, and let's hope 2022 brings us some happiness in film as well. Let's hope that we start to move forward in the world and everything just continues to just look on the up and up. So, yeah, guys, that's been it for me. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time, over and out.